Welcome back, everybody. The best part of residing in a coffee shop is the limited amount of coffee I get to drink. I have, so much energy. Fuck Donkey Kong. If you recall back earlier to one of my earliest hot takes, you may recall I said I didn't quite care for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Yeah, something about them that just doesn't really reside with me, you know?
So I played Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and it was just okay. And then I played the original Donkey Kong Country, and it was also just okay. You see, Donkey Kong Country is like everybody's favorite 2D platformer for some reason. I just don't know why. Sure, the visuals, yeah, love them, but the controls are what really get me, you know? I really don't like how there's no airtime with a single jump. You have to roll to get more distance. And what the hell even is the ground slap? It does nothing.
I mean, can you blame me for liking Rayman Legends more?
Yeah, my favorite 2D platformer has to be Rayman Legends. Exhibit A, airtime. Look how high he jumps. Exhibit B, attacks. Exhibit C, the glide. Exhibit D, no lives. Sure, Mario Wonder might one-up that, but it just came out, so we have to let the dust settle, you know?
Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, but Rayman only has 1 hit point, Donkey Kong has 2. In that case, get the f*** out, my point still stands. Now, don't look at me as some sort of biased lunatic. I've played my fair share of 2D platformers, so my opinion is valid.
I played Yoshi's Crafted World, Woolly World, all the 2D Kirby games, most of the 2D Mario games, experimental 2D platformers like Box Boy and Little Big Planet, Rage Quit 2D platformers like Cuphead and Celeste. Not Sonic, though.
We don't talk about him. Look, I'm a Nintendo guy. I respect Sonic's place and have played a few of his games here and there. But you know what, let's just make a new category, speedy 2D platformers. Toss Bit Trip in there as well.
And then Metroid Dread and stuff, but that's more of a Metroidvania.
Alright, with that out of the way, might as well reconsider my opinion and play Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. I hate to admit it, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, playing Returns 3D for the first time just hit a little different. Which is really odd, I wasn't expecting to like this game as much.
What the hell? I'm not supposed to go through character development.
But what can I say? I thought Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D was kind of fun. The controls were pretty good and tight enough without being too aggravating, and the levels were innovative. It was just a good game.
Yeah, fine, I'll replay Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, but only because Metacritic told me.
Welp, a few years later, have I grown as a person?
Let's see.
So we begin, and straight off the bat, this is one hell of an idea. A Viking army taking over Donkey Kong's island and turning everything cold and snowy.
That's a genius.
Making all the enemies Arctic animals is insane. Penguins are the common enemy in this game. I've got nothing against the former enemies, but a penguin army.
You can't get any better than that.
So the Kongs are blown away and boom, another adventure. And sure, the visuals are top-notch. Everything just looks so fresh, organic, and clean, unlike any other 2D platformers. Especially ones with the title New in front of it. Another thing I really do love about this game is the theming, especially in the older games with the caves and stuff. Here you've got a tropical jungle, autumn mountains, some sprawling savannas, the shit seas, another jungle, and of course, Donkey Kong Country Island.
Wait a second. It all makes sense.
DK Pass and DK Summit were both snowy, and everyone was like, why does the tropical jungle monkey have Nordic ski mountains? This is why.
Oh my goodness, Nintendo, you context creating son of a...
So we get introduced to the new mechanics of this game, being the Kong Buddies. In Returns, you had Diddy. At least they realized that more is merrier. Here, Diddy still exists. Basically the same as he was in Returns. But now we have Dixie and Cranky. Dixie does the super cool hair helicopter thing and makes it easier to reach items. And it's even good because that way you don't have to jump on an enemy. And Cranky is the exact opposite with a DuckTales-esque jumping pogo stick cane thing. Dixie's obviously better, what can I say? An air boost to correct your jumps and reach higher places?
That's the one thing I needed in my Donkey Kong Country game.
Cranky is fun to play, don't get me wrong, but it's more of a hassle to use if anything. If you want to do some sort of jumping gameplay, just play DuckTales instead. And with all these new additions, Diddy just exists now.
Outshined by all your peers. That's what you get for excluding the gang in Diddy Kong Racing.
Frickin' Banjo and Conquer are there. But not Donkey Kong? What the hell? And new to the Switch version is Funky Mode, if the box art didn't make that apparent. So this mode is basically baby's first Donkey Kong Country, featuring one Funky Kong who used to be top tier at racing. Oh wait, never mind, they brought him back in the booster course pack. Oh wait, they did, oh hell yeah! So Funky has a bunch of extra hearts, an extra jump, he can breathe underwater, you know, the ultimate life force. That surfboard, dude. Like, so radical, dude. Imagine having to buy back your own personal inventory because of a stupid bird.
What a bastard of a bird.
Now, this game was initially on the Wii U, and it now costs an extra $10 because of it.
And what does it add new? This? And this.
Oh wait, new idle animations where DK and his friends play on a Nintendo Switch.
Top tier.
You're all now probably wondering, well, what about the levels? Ugh, fine. So there are 4 different types. Normal ones where you have full control over the monkey, minecart segments where you need to jump and sometimes switch tracks, the barrel rocket, which is more like an intense Flappy Bird, and Rambi the Rhino segments, which is what you expect from a Rhino segment. I will admit there is a lot of diversity in themes and ideas. The Mangroves has old temples and stuff, the Autumn Heights looks like Europe, and the Savannas have fires and animals. The underwater tropical sea area has a lot of power plant vibes, which we've seen before in Rayman Legends. And low-key, Rayman Legends does this a lot better. I really don't like this segment at all, worst part of the game. The jungle's basically a popsicle factory, and DK Pass is DK Pass. Some of these ideas are super anxiety-inducing, in the right ways, like standing on falling leaves or fruit ninja slices. And there are plenty of collectibles. Every level has puzzle pieces and 4 letters to find, spelling out Kong. The puzzle pieces you can collect, you keep.
Simple process. The letters, however, I lost my sanity.
You need to live past the checkpoint in order to collect a letter. If you die, you have to collect it again. How are people so skilled? I, for one, am just okay at these games. I collect a few of them that are convenient. Some of these are insanely hard to get and such a pain when you keep dying over and over again and needing to recollect them.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Let's take a little sip of vanilla for every puzzle piece we miss. Who would have thought a Donkey Kong game is so hard? And I'm running low on vanilla.
Overall, my opinions have in fact changed. I now love the Donkey Kong Country series. Of course, I had my moments where I wanted to literally destroy the game itself, but like, you simply cannot deny the amount of thought and effort that goes into the level design. This is one of those platformers that you can feel the love and care go into. And yes, it is challenging, but like, it's just an issue of getting good, you know? The more you play it, the better you get, that's all I could say, and that's kind of why I wasn't a big fan of in the first place. But then there's also stuff like the satisfying clunk when you jump on an enemy.
It's like DK ASMR.
I also love how much personality the enemies have. And the bosses are really fun and thoughtful too. Don't you just love it when there's bosses in 2D platformers? Looking at you, Mario Wonder. But on the other hand, I still think Rayman Legends is my ultimate favorite 2D platformer. This just hits a bit differently, you know? I kinda do like this better than some Kirby games. And it's definitely a lot better than the new soups. I guess it's just an issue of like, will Wonder top this? We'll find out eventually, won't we?
And now we know that at the end of the day, there's nothing better than spending your afternoon with everybody's favorite monkey, Donkey Kong. Now to celebrate, I just need a banana-flavored coffee. That didn't really help sales now, did it? Maybe I have to peel it first, you think?